And back at Bar Eve High School alongside Bar Eve basketball coach Josh Thompson, I'm Mike DeCourcy. And starting lineups being introduced right now. And Coach Jeff Doyle getting the business from the student section. Mr. Jeff Doyle.
Well, we had some technical difficulties with the PA sound system.
Yeah, I had to deliver another microphone. Vikings being introduced right now. Colleen Tramball starting at the libero position. She's joining the lineup tonight by a couple other seniors. Emma Wagler, Emma 5'8" and a senior. Dylan DeCourcy, Dylan 5'8" and a senior. And then the last senior, that's Hannah Schwarzentrooper, Hannah 5'11" and a senior. Also in the starting rotation tonight, Willow Thompson, Willow 5'5" and a junior. Some sophomores in the lineup tonight. Carter Burris, Carter 5'10" and a sophomore. Kennedy Huff, Huff 5'2" and a sophomore. Then there's Hannah Bledsoe, Hannah 6'1" and a sophomore. One freshman in the lineup tonight. That's Addison Jones, Addie 6 feet and a freshman. And then lest we forget, Allie Jo Robinson, who has been, as you say, Coach Thompson, a star in her role multiple times this year.
Absolutely.
Man, she had a great day on Saturday. From behind the service line, playing defense, just kind of filling in spots. She had a couple runs that really kind of put a couple of those games away on Saturday.
Well, and that's the thing is, our depth is what I think separates us from a lot of teams. And, the night that we played Shoals here, Allie went on that run back there at the service line when we really weren't playing all that crisp.
Yep.
And it just elevated the entire team. And that's what you got to have. I compared her as, that night to kind of like Devin Graber, a guy that was a glue guy for us, a junkyard dog. And Devin just did whatever he needed to get done for us that night. And, and that's what she does for this team.
So officials are out on the floor getting everybody checked in.
I'm also glad you talked about Addison Jones, and really good to see Addie, her knee kind of getting back to normal. And I know that it wasn't a huge injury, but I do know that it slowed her down just a little bit. So it's good to see her getting back to being more of her normal self.
And she is a rare freshman. I think when the game gets faster, she kind of gets better.
Yeah, she does. Very athletic. For a girl her size and her length, she's tremendously athletic.
Yeah. So both teams out. It will be Princeton serving first. And here we go. We're underway. First serve is up. It's a good one. Dylan DeCourcy, her swing going to be dug out. Now Bar Eve back on defense. Addie going to dig one out. Now Princeton going to set it up from the back row. Now Dylan just going to have to push it across. And it's going to fall in. So 1-0 Princeton.
Yeah, our back row there with a little bit of miscommunication and being out of position there on that rally.
Well, I think they just thought that ball was going to sail long.
Yeah.
And it wasn't hit hard enough, and the bottom kind of dropped out of it. And Hannah Schwarzentrooper with a good swing, but it's going to be dug out. And now Hannah going to go off the block. It's going to be dug out. Dylan, her shot dug out. There's a tip shot.
Yeah, good block. Really good block coverage there by Wagler.
Addison Jones' shot dug out. And no, it's not. That's going to be 4 hits.
One thing I think we've seen here early on, Mike, this Princeton group's going to be a pretty scrappy bunch.
Yeah, knowing what little I know about Princeton, and it seems to me, just from talking to people, they can play some defense. They just have a hard time getting the ball to the ground sometimes.
Yeah, putting points away.
And Allie Robinson right on cue.
Yeah, we
serve up an ace.
Just talked about her in the open, and she comes out. Very first serve of the night, an ace for Allie.
So it's 2-1 Vikes. Would be remiss to mention we got another game going on up at Kavanaugh Court. Junior high teams playing Forest Park tonight.
Lots of stuff going on, and Varsity media coverage in both gyms.
Yep. Really good serve by Allie. That one going to be sent way long, 3-1. Don't know the 8th grade update as of yet, but the Vikings were victorious in the 6th and 7th grade. So 3-1 Bar Eve here in the varsity contest. First set. Allie. Another good serve. That one going to be sent back. Let's see what Bar Eve tries to get done here. Dillon just with a little pop shot, going to be dug out. Now Princeton going to try one. Don't get it to go. Now Carter Burris. Her shot is dug out. Like I said, Princeton playing a little defense. And Dillon just going to hit him with a tip shot.
Yeah, Mike, just real quick, we had a conversation today in the hallway about how sometimes we take for granted living in a small community that everybody has access and everybody can be at the games, but that's not necessarily the case. Not everybody's grandparents and aunts and uncles live around here, so having the Bar Eve media coverage that we do and using the huddle cameras, that is really big for a lot of families.
Allie serves up another ace, 5-1. Yeah, it is. It's awesome. And, talking to Mrs. Sarah Mullen, and they are headed back from an appointment in Indianapolis. And it's nice to, you got radio, you got your phone, you got all sorts of options. As Carter Burris going to go off the block, that's going to be dug out. Now Princeton going to send one wide, 6-1. So sometimes, heck, if you're just running late, you can catch a little action.
There you go. Yeah, lots of nice things. And that's the other thing that we talk about sometimes with COVID. As that shot goes long.
7-1 now.
Yeah, there were a lot of negatives that came with COVID, but then there were a lot of things that it forced us to do that maybe we should have been doing earlier, but had to get into in the heat of the moment.
Princeton gets their first kill to go, 7-2.
Yeah, Hannah Schwarzengerber just got caught up there in the block, and the ball rolled down her arms.
I saw that the other day. They were evacuating people from the U.S. Embassy in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing I thought. Good pass, and Hannah Bledsoe going to put one away.
Yeah, off
or
the
Hannah
block.
Swartz.
Yeah.
Excuse me. First thing I thought was, don't they have Zoom?
Yeah. Amen.
Do we need to be in Iraq? We got Zoom.
Yeah.
Dillon back to serve, 8-2 Vikings.
Or as Dr. Madison likes to use Google Hangouts.
Yeah, he loves it. Overpass, Bar Eve. Now Dillon going to send one out and wide. So 8-3. Dillon thought she saw an opening, and she did see an opening.
I think it was there. I think she just sent
missed
it
it
a
by
little,
about 6 inches or a foot.
A little wide.
So 8-3.
Great pass, great set.
And Emma Wagler going to terminate that one.
Unbelievable point there by the Lady Vikings on that serve receive, the pass, the set there by Emma Wagler, and Hannah putting it away.
Willow Thompson back to serve. Willow, the junior. Princeton will run some offense, and they're going to send it wide. 10-3 Vikings.
Tried to go around the block there, and it sailed wide, or they're going to call a touch.
No, Amber's just not in the game.
Oh. Coach DeCourcy. Well, she's still thinking about her tennis unit she taught today.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Willow next serve is a good one. And that one going to be hit against the antenna.
Did you by any chance, Mike, happen to see the apparatus that Amber had set up in Kavanaugh Court today?
No.
With the old chairs pulled out to be the tennis net.
Oh, boy.
The poly spots were the lines on the tennis court as she taught the rules of the game of tennis. It was unbelievable.
I'm sure it was an epic lesson. Murray going to get an overpass here. Hannah Bledsoe going to put one away.
Perfect quick set there by Dylan DeCourcy, and Hannah Bledsoe was all over that. There was no block to be found there on the Princeton side of the net.
Timeout Princeton. We'll take one, too. 12-3 Vikings. Back in 1 minute. Willow Thompson serves up another ace. She continues to serve. It's 13-3 Bar Eve now. Now one going to be blocked back. Princeton going to play it up, though. And Bar Eve going to get another chance. Carter Burris on the right side. Going to be dug out. Another good dig. Emma Wagler. Boom. Got it. That makes it 14-3.
Yeah, Emma with a really good swing on the ball there. And, you know, there are some nights where Emma just doesn't get a lot of opportunities like that to swing. But, man, when she gets her footwork down, she does a great job there at the net.
That's life as a setter and a hitter. Sometimes you're kind of stuck in a spot. As Willow going to play it off the take, get another ace. And sometimes you're stuck as a setter.
Yeah.
And you're kind of the point guard. You're dishing for everybody else. And Emma did that on Tuesday night down at Memorial, where she led the Vikings and set assists big time, and it was just, those were your good rotations that night. Sometimes that happens. Another overpass. Emma, a little pop shot, got another one.
Nice little pop roll shot right into the hole, and
that's her third kill.
Looked like a campfire over there. Think about having one of those campfires tomorrow.
That's right, we should. And serving for another ace, missed that one.
16-4, Lady Vikings.
Should mention tonight's Kills for Kendall. It's sponsored by Darren and Kim Kinney. And also
two salt of the earth people, by the way.
That's right, two good people. And also we got a big, nice donation this week from our friend Dwayne Shake at Shake Broadcasting. We might be on his airwaves right now.
Might be. I talked to Dwayne this week.
And it was a good one, guaranteed.
Oh, it was a great conversation. Love talking to Dwayne.
And Princeton going to get a kill to go to make it 16-5.
Yeah, I talked to Dwayne. Our boys basketball players, our upperclassmen, always go out there and set up the stage for the turkey trot. And I was just double checking to make sure he needed us again this year and kind of being ahead of the game.
Hannah Bledsoe going to put another one away. Well, like our friend John Patrick Mullen. Mullen told me he's so excited about the turkey trot, he's not been able to sleep because Cameron Marlowe is his favorite artist.
Well, I'm telling you, there's just something about Cameron Marlowe.
Served by Colleen. Princeton on the run. And they're going to play it off the tape, and it's going to fall in.
I have had Cameron Marlowe on the PE playlist for the last 2 weeks.
I knew you had. I could feel it. I could sense it.
Well, my aide and cadet, Jeremy Cole, says that that's not real country, though.
He's probably right, but that's okay. And Princeton going to send one long, 18-6. So Emma back to serve. But no, our kills for Kendall tonight. Vikings up to 3, 4, 8 so far, midway through set one.
Emma Wagler back to serve now. Sends a good one to the back row.
Yeah, and there's going to be a double contact on the setter. 19-6.
You know, Mike, probably the first 7, 8 points, I thought Princeton looked really sharp, and then they've kind of tailed off here, and they've made a lot of errors that have really hurt themselves as we just make one of our own and send a serve long there.
So it makes it 19-7. No Keegan O'Neill. He does not. I'll read that to you off the air. And it's not about you, Joshua.
Is it about Cameron Marlowe?
No, it is not about Cameron Marlowe. And Bledsoe going to go off the block and get it to go.
That is what you call going off the block.
Huff back to serve. Deep float that time. There's going to be another double contact, not going to be called. So Addie Jones going to get a swing on one. It's going to be dug out. And it's going to lead to an error.
You know, Mike, we talked about Mr. John Patrick Mullen earlier, and I talked to him, had a good conversation with him last week when I heard his promo on our sister station.
Yep.
The Razor.
The Razor. It is our sister station.
94.5, our new sister station. And I told him, I said, nothing gets me more fired up about football in Cougar Valley than listening to John Mullen promos.
And Dillon going to stuff one down on the block, 22-7. Vikes in firm control. Yeah, so now that they're our sister station, we can openly make fun of Mike Wagner on the air.
We can. And there's no making fun of Greg Bateman because Greg is just salt of the earth, unbelievable radio journalist.
Yep, he's
but
the guy.
we can give Wag
yeah,
all
we
the
give
business.
Wag all the business. And you got to remember, you kind of technically, you never worked. I would say you were lower on the totem pole.
Oh, I was much lower on
but
the totem pole.
You never worked. He was not the head coach when you were an assistant at Lagodi.
No, but I loved one of the things I loved about coaching there was I guess you would call me Wag's right-hand man on the JV because, you know, like Craig Knapp last year with Coach Yoder, you have a lot of kids that you share.
Yep.
You know, especially if they're your better players. And, you know, I always enjoyed those tight second half of JV games with Mike Wagner.
Allie Robinson serves up another ace, and it's 24-8. The route's on here in set one. Allie with another deep one.
You know, Mike, when
it's like a free ball opportunity coming back.
When a ball gets,
and Dillon going to pump it in, gets set by Emma, and that's going to do it.
When a ball gets shanked the way that ball did there from Allie Robinson, you know that serve has great movement on it.
25-8, Vikings win set one. We'll be back for set number 2 after this 3-minute timeout.
Yeah, it was a really good first set for us, Mike. The Lady Vikings were victorious 25-8, and you know, it's one of those things where we came out. I thought Princeton was really, really scrappy early. You know, but when it came down to it, the Lady Vikings just looked really, really sharp. So Kennedy Huff back there with a good first serve here to get the second set started. And Addison Jones tries to roll one over the net, and it gets caught on the tape. And first point of game number 2 goes to the Tigers. So Davis, the libero for the Tigers, will be back to serve. So the Lady Vikings try to get a side out. Dylan DeCourcy set up. Thought she found a hole there. Really good block there by Hannah Swartz. Gonna go outside to Addison Jones, and she hits it off the DS in the back row, and we're tied at 1.
That's Addie's 3rd kill here tonight, counting them up, including that one. That's 2, 5, 6, 9, 12. So the Vikings up to a dozen kills. So we're at $12 minimum.
Yeah.
In the kills for Kendall.
I was just getting ready to ask you that question, where we were at with the kills for Kendall tonight.
And that one going to be thrown wide by Hannah Swartz, and the Vikings just a little out of system right there. 2-1 Princeton.
Well, and Mike, you know, one of the things we also talked about too, you know, in the intro tonight is how this is now, with us being in the 3A volleyball sectional, this is a potential sectional opponent.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
Carter Burris off the block.
Carter Burris shot that thing out of a cannon. They're going to go back out to her.
Off the block again. And Hannah Swartz going to punch it down.
Tied at 2.
So Dylan back to serve. Time going to be dug out.
Really good serve there by Dylan.
Now Emma Wagler going to get a chance. Head of your old shot. Puts it on the money. Good bump set there by Kennedy Huff.
So Dylan back to serve again. Vikings lead 3-2. Vikings were victorious 25-8 in the first game for those listeners that are just tuning in. Vikings lead 1-0.
And a hitting error by Princeton makes it 4-2. And my son has walked in dressed as a pickle. He's sitting in the front row.
Well,
that's all I've got.
As soon as you said he walked in dressed as a pickle, I turned and I found him immediately. You did not need to clue me in that he was in the front row.
And Princeton going to send a free ball back. Let's see what the Vikings run. It's going to be Hannah Swartzentruber tattooing the floor is what's going to be ran.
Mike, as we would say in basketball, that was a dunk shot.
That was a dunk shot. 5-2. Thank you, Steve Brett.
Dylan DeCourcy serves another one deep. You know, the way Dylan's serving the ball, Mike's really got Princeton out of balance, and they're not able to even get the ball to their setter.
And a little bit of an overpass. Now Carter Burris just going to have to send one over. Now Princeton on the run. Dylan tried to sabotage him.
She tried to go Hannah Graber on him.
And Emma's going to be blocked back. Now Carter's going to be
Hannah Swartz with the step block.
Yep.
She matumboed that baby.
Yeah, that's right. Carter Burris has had 5 swings on the ball tonight and does not have a kill yet, as Dylan with a big serve. And Carter's put 5 pretty good swings on it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, she is waylaid on some, but Princeton
another pretty good one
played
there.
it up. So now Emma Wagler got another deep corner shot. her 5th kill. (7-2) Bar Eve. Dillon going cross court that time, and bad communication. It's going to be an ace. 8-2 Vikings.
Yeah, it's one of those points where, again, just Princeton not being very sharp leads to us getting a point. And the seniors are handing out free popcorn, Michael.
It's a welcome sight to a lot of people.
No. I'm sorry. This is.
And Dillon serves another ace.
This is what we call service.
It is.
This is not giving away free popcorn yet. This is our seniors taking the initiative to take the sales to the seats.
That's right. I like it. They are. They're taking money. And Dillon going to miss that one, 9-3. I like it. Here I thought, man, we're handing away stuff already.
Yeah,
you got McKenna Lashley. You got Emily Mattingly down there. And they're selling to the volleyball girls. I like it.
Yep. No, this is service.
Good pass. Hannah Swartz going to put another one away.
Got a good swing on that one.
Fun fact, Josh Thompson, about Princeton. Not only home of Tim Nante, but Princeton Community Schools is home to my favorite non-Bar Eve town. You know what town that I love that is in the Princeton Community School District, and I can't explain why? As Willow going to serve up an ace.
Well, I was going to say Francisco,
nope.
but
yeah,
that would be Wood Memorial.
Hazleton, Indiana.
Hazleton.
I love Hazleton, Indiana. I think it's
Mike.
It reminds me of like being in Eastern Kentucky, down by the river, lots of hills. Got a great restaurant.
It is a neat little town. Now there is also an area down around Princeton, I believe just to the west of Princeton, that was an African American settlement.
Lyle Station.
Yeah, Lyle Station. And a lot of really cool history about Lyle Station.
Yep, there is. Princeton with a serve. It's 11-4, and it's overpass by Bar Eve. Tap back down, 11-5. So Bar Eve on the run out of this service Eve. Emma Wagler, just a little pop shot. Doesn't matter how you score, you just got to score, Joshua.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's about finding space. You know, in football, you want to put your athletes in space. In volleyball, you want to place the ball in space and get the other team out of position.
Colleen Trambaugh back to serve.
At least that's what we cover in my PE units when we talk about volleyball.
Now Addison Jones.
Addison had a good swing on it there. Just
played up. Now Addison going to get a piece of it, block it back. Now Princeton just going to have to send a roll shot over.
Oh, great hustle.
They have scored off the tape 3 times already tonight.
Well,
they've not deserved any of them.
For our listeners, you could not see the effort that Hannah Bledsoe gave right there. That ball was passed over the net, looked like it was going to sail, caught the top of the net, and Hannah hit the deck and gave great effort to try to get that ball up.
And Addison going to send that one long, 12-7.
One of the things, Mike, I think that this team will continue to get better at is when they don't put teams away just bang, bang like they did in the previous game. Really good effort there by Hannah Bledsoe on the kill off the overpass. But going back to what I was saying is not trying to be in a huge hurry and to put teams away and realize that, okay, you know, this one's fairly even and there's no 5-point swings.
Yeah. Deep serve by Emma. Good pass by Princeton.
But this is a mature group, and I think they'll get better at that as we go.
And another hitting error. That one on Dillon.
13-8 Vikings now over the visiting Lady Tigers of Princeton.
And Addie Jones going to put that one away, 14-8. As Emma Wagler is our setter right there, I think. That's 4 kills for Addison, 14-8. Huff back to serve. Kennedy, the sophomore. And she's going to serve up an ace.
15-8 Vikings.
Huff with it again. Deep driver. Good pass that time by Princeton. And Laurie puts a lid on it, but Princeton going to get another chance. Now Huff going to bump set one out to Dillon. Dillon going to go off the tape and down.
About time we got a reward off the tape.
Yeah, we were outpointed off the net. About 3-1. It's Dillon's 4th kill. Princeton going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and take one. 16-8 Vikings, set 2. Back in 1 minute. Back at Bar Eve, out of the timeout. Bar Eve continues to serve. Princeton going to send one over, but way long. 17-8. And that'll give that serve back to Huff. And Huff going to miss one long. 17-9.
Mike, you know, you and I talk about this every once in a while when we play teams from the Central Time Zone, but being the government and political major that you are, what's it going to take to get Indiana all at the same time?
An act of God. Princeton just going to send a pop shot over.
You know, when I worked there at Oakland City, I don't know that the people that I worked with and the people that lived in those communities necessarily really liked being on Central Time.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that.
I think you could find people on both sides of the fence, and, you know, on a night like tonight.
Princeton with 3 points in a row. It's suddenly 17-11.
You know, we're already sitting here at 20 after 8. Yeah, the Lady Vikings have not been real sharp here in game number 2.
Addison Jones going to put that one away.
Yeah, she had the pass and she had the kill there. Now Allie Robinson's going to check in there for Addie and go back to serve and play across the back row.
Dr. Travis Madison says we all need to be on Central. I think we can all have a powwow and agree on that, don't you think, Coach?
Yeah. As long as we're all on the same time. I don't care what time we're on.
Bar Eve going to get a free ball opportunity here. Carter Burris, and it's going to be blocked back and down, 18-12.
Yeah, Princeton's defense has picked up a little bit here in the second game, but we just have not been as sharp.
So 18-12. Now is Princeton going to give it back with a missed serve. I'll send Dillon back to the service line. Dillon with a deep float that time.
Well, left-handed attack there by Connor on Princeton's side. Her dad, the girls basketball coach now there at Princeton.
And Hannah Swartz going to put it away.
Not only was that a really good hit, Mike, but her placement of the ball right there in front of the Princeton bench on the line was really good.
Dillon, another good serve.
Solo block there by Hannah Swartz.
Now Barry going to get a chance. And that one going to be sent way long by Burris. The Vikings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 hitting errors here in set number 2.
You know, Mike, our officials from the junior high game have come in here to watch, and I think that tells you two things. I think, number one, it tells us a little bit about our program, that officials want to hang around to watch, and it also tells you that they're pretty good officials, that they care a lot about the game. So always good to see that.
And Dillon going to sabotage him with a set kill there.
Nice little campfire ball. Every time that we do that, I think of Hannah Graber. Saw her do that once or twice in her career here.
Kind of hard not to. Willow back to serve.
Really good pass.
And Hannah Bledsoe into the game, going to go off the block and down. Sarah Bledsoe, excuse me.
Colleen, did a great job there with her pass, and something that we don't talk about enough, Mike, is that passing. And boy, when our passing is good, and I know it goes without saying, but man, it makes everybody's job easier. Ooh.
Princeton going to get a cross-court kill, 22-14.
Went around the block.
Wagler, her shot going to be dug out. Now Bledsoe going to put another one away.
There you go. I almost always forget about her being left-handed, Mike, whenever she goes up. It's like, oh my gosh, her body is extremely contorted, and then bam, she puts it down with the left hand.
Colleen back to serve. And good pass by
and they're going to say that we are over the top of the net.
So
we're going to take that point away from us and give the serve back to Princeton.
a little bit of a discussion right here. So it's 23-15 for a second.
So we get things sorted out here, and score now stands at 23-15. They're going to say that our blockers were over the top of the net.
Yep. I think the coach agrees. She just wanted to get that explanation. She got it. Good pass. Addie going to go off to Tate. Now Princeton going to have it blocked down, and Hannah Bledsoe going to put that one.
24-15, Mike. So set point here for Emma Wagler.
Emma another good serve. Princeton an attack. Now Addie, her shot going to be blocked back.
Dug up by Willow Thompson.
And Dillon going to go off the block and down, and that is going to do it. So set 2 goes the way of the Vikings also. 25-15, Bar Eve now up 2 sets to none. We'll be back for set 3 after this 3-minute timeout. And it's 3-0 Princeton to start set 2, Coach Thompson.
Yes, it is. Not a good start here for the Lady Vikings.
And it's 4-0.
Yep.
And the serve receive has been an issue. Okay. The Vikings need to get the ball back here and clean things up. Dillon just tried to send one down, and she does. Quick start for Princeton, 4-1. Couple of misplays, Coach. Allie Robinson in to serve.
Yeah, some misplays, poor serve receive, and just not a good start there to game number 3 after winning 25-8, 25-15.
And Dillon going to go off the block again. Got it.
Yeah, so a little bit better the last couple points as far as being sharp.
All of a sudden, Dillon's got 8 kills. Allie, another good serve.
Our kills for Kendall tonight sponsored by Darren and Kim Kinney, correct?
Yep, Darren and Kim Kinney. We'll count them up. That's 4-3 off the hitting air.
And congratulations to their son, DK. Devin Kinney, one of our former players who will be an assistant coach at Evansville North this year.
Allie going to serve up an ace, 4-0. I'm okay, John Mullen. I don't need anything.
No, I'm good.
Thanks for the offer, buddy. As Allie going to stir up another one. Barry probably played an out ball, but they're going to get a break on the hitting air, 5-4. I know they may have played an out ball there, but it's hard to fault kids making hustle plays.
No, it really is.
Good serve by Allie. Princeton going to have to send a free shot over.
Oh, boy.
And Hannah Swartz says that one isn't coming back.
Yeah, just a nice little quick set there by Emma Wagler. And as you mentioned, you know, the Tigers started out 4-0 here in game number 3. And we got the ball back. We got Allie Robinson back there at the service line, and life is good.
And Princeton going to get one through the block there, 6-5.
Mike, what I didn't know about Life is Good, did you know that there are actually Life is Good stores where you can go there and buy their memorabilia and their all that?
No.
When I took my trip that you were completely jealous about to Little Nashville.
And guess what? Princeton scores off the tape again. 6-all.
But when I took my trip to Little Nashville that you were all jealous about, there was a Life is Good store.
Nashville, Indiana.
If I would
have
bought you a Life is Good shirt, would you have worn it?
Oh, probably. Dillon hit the ball inbounds. Princeton retakes the lead, 7-6.
Yeah, just some sloppy play here in set number 3, and that's the thing that we were talking about earlier. Just being sharp throughout. It's difficult to do. Hannah Swartz's strong hit, dug out by the Tigers.
And Dillon tries to put one in the middle of the floor. It's dug out.
Looked to me like somebody was in the net, but Princeton going to go off. Bar even out of bounds. The Lady Tigers get another point here in game number 3.
8-6 Princeton. And service error gives it back to Barry.
Into the net.
8-7.
So Dillon back to serve and trying to get the Lady Vikings back to level, and she does.
She does with the ace. We're tied at 8.
Look at Jacob Powell there on the first row of the student section. He just looks really enthused, doesn't he, Mike?
Constantly.
I think he's about as happy with the Lady Vikings play right now as Amber DeCourcy is.
And another passing error. It's 9-8 Princeton again. Princeton back to serve again. Good up right there by Colleen.
Yeah, I was going to say, just not a good pass to start the point off, and Colleen bailed us out there.
Emma going to go off the block. Now Emma going to try it again.
Bump set there by Colleen.
Yep, down the line, got it to go. It's her 7th kill.
So we are tied at 9. For those of you just tuning in, the Lady Vikings up 2-0 over the potential sectional opponent, Princeton Tigers. They were 25-8, 25-15 winners in games 1 and 2.
Emma going to go off the block. Good dig that time by Princeton. And Bari in the net again.
Another mental mistake there by the Lady Vikings.
It's 10-9 Tigers. Hannah Bledsoe dug out.
Quick set there, dug out by Princeton.
And Emma going to put one away. It's her 8th kill.
So 10-all here in game 3. Lady Vikes trying to clean things up here and hopefully pull away. And Colleen and Emma Wagler get tangled up over there. It was kind of 6-on-4 volleyball for a second.
Well, but a lot of that starts with no communication.
Amen.
And that's a key in every sport. But Bari going to get the block there, 11-10. And Colleen going to serve an ace, 12-10. Colleen with another good one that's going to be sent over. Emergency shot. Here comes Emma Wagler. Now it's going to be dug out. And Addie going to go off the block that time and got it to go.
Off of the block, and Addie has played pretty solid tonight. Good serve there by Colleen Trambaugh.
Bledsoe going to put that one away.
Off of a really nice pass by Colleen Trambaugh and a really good quick set there by Dylan DeCourcy.
So 14-10 now, Vikes by 4.
Another good serve deep in the back row by Colleen.
Dig by Dylan.
Yeah, really good up there by Dylan. I was, especially with the positioning of her hands, I wasn't sure she was going to be able to get that where she wanted it.
And Hannah Bledsoe going to put another one away.
Princeton's just not doing a very good job of covering those quick sets in the middle, and until they get their block coverage over there, I have a feeling we're just going to keep going there time and time again.
Another deep float by Colleen. It's going to go off the net and over, so
that's kind of crazy.
Now Dylan just going to sabotage him.
Really smart. Princeton had all their front row players all creeping up there after the save there.
So 16-10. Colleen, deep driver, and it's going to be wide, 16-11. Wagler going to try to put one in the middle of the court. Can't do it. Now Bari going to get it back. Hannah Bledsoe going to put it away.
Good to see Hannah come up with a kill there. Another kill for Kendall.
Emma would serve that time, and it's going to drop for an ace, 18-11.
Coach DeCourcy and Emma having some conversation about.
And Emma going to serve up another ace, 19-11.
About where to put that ball, and I don't think the previous serve, Emma put it quite where Coach DeCourcy wanted it. That time Amber a lot happier about the placement of that ball.
Another deep driver. Wow. And Hannah just going to stuff one at the net. 20-11.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
And the ball was probably going to go out. Colleen played it. It's going to drop for a point, 20-12. And Hannah Bledsoe going to put that one away. That's her 7th kill. Huff back to serve, 21-12 Vikings. Laney Graber in, Dillon out. Actually, Laney played some good time on Saturday. Huff with a good serve. And Laney gonna go cross court. Got it one to go. (22-12).
Yeah, after a pretty poor start here, the Lady Vikings in the last 10 to 12 points have played a lot better volleyball.
Addison Jones puts a good swing on one. It's going to be dug out. And Addie going to tap it down on the block.
Yeah, some of those float shots that Princeton tried to send over.
Princeton going to take a timeout at 23-12. You know what, Josh, we're just going to go ahead and keep it right here.
Yeah, might as well just keep it right here. But again, going back to what I was saying, some of those float shots that Princeton was trying to send over, we've had multiple times tonight where either Addie Jones or Hannah Schwartzentruber and Hannah Bledsoe a couple times have just been right there in the right spot at the right time and just batted those balls down.
Yep.
So again, Kills for Kendall tonight, sponsored by Darren and Kim Kenny.
Well, I've got one. Dylan's going to finish with 9 because she's been subbed out for Laney Graber.
She is done.
So we'll start getting these totals. But everybody else, it looks like, Carter Burris is probably not going to rotate back in.
Are you thinking that we're maybe in the 40 range tonight, Mike?
I don't know. We'll see here in a second. I would say we're in that 35 maybe. I don't know. Another good serve by Huff. That one blocked back again. Hannah Schwartzentruber got that one.
Yep.
Now the Vikes with a bunch of match points here.
Yeah, Hannah and Laney were there together, and that ball went off of Hannah's arms and down. Again, I know that's something that Coach DeCourcy works on tremendously hard with the girls.
And Addie Jones going to punch that down, and that's going to do it. So Vikings win at 3-0, 25-8, 25-15, 25-12. Barry now 10-1 on the season. We're going to take a quick post-game timeout. When we come back, we'll have some final stats. Josh Thompson will have the Bill Dobson Ford Tough Player of the Game, and we'll set up Saturday. Vikings win it over Princeton 3-0 tonight. Back to Bar Eve High School after this timeout. Vikings win it 3-0 tonight, and the big statistic, 40 kills tonight for the Vikings as a team. Dylan DeCourcy, Emma Wagler lead with 9 apiece. You had Hannah Bledsoe, Addison Jones, Hannah Schwartzentruber in there with that 7 or 6 kind of total, and you add it all up, 40 of them all together, so $40 to cash for Kendall. And it's a 3-0 victory, Coach, and we move on to Saturday.
Yeah, it didn't always look the sharpest tonight, but you're going to have that at times, and I thought Princeton was a pretty scrappy opponent. Like you said, now that sets up the big Bar Reeve tournament, gives us one day to prepare for that, and as you mentioned in the opener, there's no weak sisters coming in. We've got 4 of the top 31 ranked teams in the power rankings in the state coming in here on Saturday.
Yeah, and the Vikings are one of those teams, and they play 2 out of the other 3 at least. And Tecumseh, who's in there, they're kind of in the other gym with Trinity Lutheran, which could be one heck of a 1A regional showdown eventually.
That could be a preview right there.
And so, anybody that thinks, oh, man, the Vikings gym's loaded and the other gym's just, no, the other gym's really good too. Yeah. And going to be some good volleyball on Saturday. Coach, a little hardware to pass out. Bill Dobson, Ford Tough Player of the Game.
Well,
Tell
we're going to
go like and why.
We're going to go co tonight.
Okay.
We're going to go Dylan DeCourcy and Emma Wagler. They led the Lady Vikings in kills and assists tonight, and I thought both of them played very heady for the most part. So Bill Dobson, Ford Tough Player of the Game tonight, co, goes to Dylan DeCourcy and Emma Wagler.
All right, Dylan and Emma tonight's Bill Dobson, Ford Tough Players of the Game. Come see why a Dobson deal is a better deal. Well, that's going to do it here tonight. Vikings win it 3-0, and we'll catch you on Saturday. Everything will be on the Bar Eve media page all day, so all of the games in both gyms will be on, and we'll try to hop on here and do some broadcasting live, but it should be a good game, and that's going to do it. Big thanks to Gabe back at the radio station, keeping us on air, online, on time. For my friend and my partner, Bar Eve basketball coach Josh Thompson, I'm Mike DeCourcy. Vikings win it 3-0. JV also winners tonight with a 2-0 sweep. That's going to do it. God bless and go Vikings.